It's day 2 of the Premier League in 2024. The reason it's day 2 is that we were at a wedding. I say we, Cooper was at a wedding, so we didn't play the first match, and we're getting in.
Reading, Slough, and London Paddington.
For those observant people who are aware, we're on the train now, on the way to London. It's quite early in the morning. We're going in it's a 10. Reading. We're going for a 10:45 start. We're going in. All the coffee places are closed, so at least I'm quite tired. And Cooper's had a long weekend, so we're doing that. I'm going to introduce you to the legendary Dr. Chris Cooper. Anything to say? I put him on the spot. He has nothing to say. He'll say lots later when I make mistakes and stuff. So we're going to go in, and our team is not doing so well. They played four-handed yesterday, so it was a bit of a struggle against the top people. Our team's slightly different this year. We had a new partnership and a new player, so they maybe took some time to get going, but it's very difficult as well. They're just playing the best of the best in the country, so we're going to do what we can to stabilise the ship, I guess. I don't know whether we're playing throughout, but we're playing the first match. We'll be playing at least 2 matches today, and there's 3 matches total. The matches are 16 boards behind screens. You get about 2 hours 10 minutes to do what we can, and we're playing at the Young Chelsea Bridge Club, so we're going to do what we can here. There are a total of 6 days of play for this event, so we're going to do 2 this weekend and then 2 further weekends that are going to come, and every weekend you play every team in your division, so you end up playing each team 3 times. And today we've got Mossop, which is the Hackett twins, Mossop, Gunnar Hallberg, Patterson and King. And Patterson and King are always wreckers, so we'll see if they see this. Then we're playing Sandfia, which is Tim Leslie's team. That is Mike Bell, Sarah Bell, Stefano and Ben, and Tim Leslie, of course. And we're also playing Small, which is Cameron and Sally Brock, and then John Cox and Peter Taylor. So yeah, we've got some tough matches today. None of those are easy, so we'll do what we can. And the aim is to be within shooting distance going into the last weekend, really. So the first 2 weekends is just about not being cut adrift. It's tough to stay in this league. We got relegated closely last time we were here. We caught back up. We had a bad start. We caught back up, and going into the last match, we could have won to save relegation. But that was because one team was already down, you see. So we just don't want to be that team. We need to be in with a chance going into the last match or 2, I think. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to play good. We played the Gold Cup on Thursday. We played 64 boards, four-handed in the Gold Cup, and we were playing against one of the best teams left in the competition, Robson and the rest. And going into the last set, we were 18 down. We won 5 out of the 8 sets. We won more than we lost. We just had one really bad set on just before the break, and never really recovered. But to still be in it with 64 board match, to still be in it with 8 to go is there. So we know we can do it. We're just going to have to prove we can do it today. So here's the team that's going to win the first match. It's Cooper. There's Chucker. Hi, Chucker. And there's John. Hi, John. So this is a team we're going to go in. We're playing Cameron Small's team. They've got seating rights. So who's going to pick me and Cooper, we'll find out. Just finished the first set. We went off a lot, but like most of them we can't do anything about. They're perfectly reasonable contracts to get to, and they didn't make. So I think we've got two good boards, 1 bad board. I'll go through the bad board first. Oh, sorry, 1 second. Teams are here. There's the team. Woo! So we won the first match. Woo! Good luck. We're going back. We just had a coffee break. Chucker and John had a really good set. I just kept going off in things. Bye. This is a nice Italian coffee place around the corner from the Young Chelsea. So we're going back. It is now Hugo and Liam. There's Liam. I'll show you them more in detail later. And yeah, we had yeah, I just kept going off in things. I'll give you this hand. You get to 2 hearts. You open a spade. Partner bids a no trump. You bid 2 hearts, all pass. So dummy goes down, and you've got fewer than half the pack. Bye. And they lead ace, king, and another heart. Obviously, you know, bluffing spades and dummy might have been one way to get some extra tricks. Play ace, king, another heart. And hearts are 4-2, so the hand on lead had 4 hearts. So you draw the last trump and you set your eyes to the club suit. You play the king of clubs and it goes 7 small 5 or whatever. And then you play a second club and it goes 9. How do you play the clubs? There are 2 competing thoughts here. The general way to play the clubs is king of clubs, small to jack. So the generic way to do the clubs is that. One positive for doing that, one negative for doing that. The negative is, if the hand who's led ace, king, and another heart had queen to 3 clubs, they might not have just relinquished their control on the hand. They might have been worried that the clubs are just coming in if they draw trumps, and they might have done something else. What else they could have done, I don't know. They haven't got many spade tricks to take. I won't have many diamonds, so who knows. And then the other thing you think about is the positives for playing the jack of hearts is if they had 10-9x, there are so many other ways they could have played their clubs. They could have gone 9 then 10 to try and pretend they've got queen 10-9. They could have played small then the 10, okay? But so if they had 10-9x, which is the holding you need them to have, they've played up the line, but they could have been tricky. They could have false carded, they could have played 9 and then 10, they could have done all sorts of different things. So I played for them to have the honest queen 9x. And I play the jack, and it loses to the queen, and I make one more trick. I got 4 off. If I play the ace, the queen would have dropped double ton, and I would have made plus 140. So that's a swing of like, I don't know how many imps, quite a few. How many? We lost 5. We'd probably win like 9 or something if we make that. So, hey Karen. So that was a decision I had, and I had a few of them. That was the only one I can legitimately make double dummy. A lot of the other things are in no play contracts, but if you play with Dr. Chris Cooper, that happens quite a lot. So our opponents got to 3N on this hand. It goes past, so North opened a club. I bid 2 spades, which if you've watched the vlogs a lot, you know my 2 spades bids can be wild. Here I am unfavourable. I'm going to have my bid. I could be a bit better than a 2 spade bid, but I can't be much worse, I don't think. So I could be wide ranging, but not bad. I'm always going to have 6. And so it goes 3 diamonds from south, 3N from north, and you get the queen of spades lead. What are your thoughts? Well, you've got 2 spade stops, but you've got 2 aces to knock out, and you don't know where the king of hearts is. Now, if the king of hearts is with west, if you duck a trick 1, they play if you duck a trick 1, they play a heart through, and potentially, and then you're just going to be in trouble. They're going to you only have 1 heart stop, and so on. So you could take trick 1, or you could duck trick 1 and hope the king of hearts is on side. The hand has bid 2 spades, has maybe got one of the aces, the king of hearts and queen jack of spades, which is eminently possible. That's a sort of hand I could have for bidding 2 spades here. If you duck trick 1, they're always gonna get it right. I think they're going to play another spade when they've got the king of hearts and an ace, and they're going to switch to a heart when they haven't got the king of hearts. So it's probably right to take trick 1, because otherwise they're going to defend perfectly. And what you're doing when you take trick 1 is you now need to knock out the ace that the hand with the spades has. Because if you imagine they're split, remember you're playing for the king of hearts to be on side. If it's not on side, you're just going to go off. If you lose to the ace to east, they'll play a heart through, and you're just going to go off because you have to knock out both the aces. So at trick 2, you play a club to your queen, which holds. Now, what should you do now? Should you play on diamonds or should you play on clubs? It depends where you think the aces are, but if once the club to the queen is held, they've misdefended if the aces are ace of spade, ace of clubs with west and ace of diamonds with east, because what West should do is should fly in with the ace of clubs and clear the spades. And so when you club to the queen holds, what you need to do legitimately to try and make this is you need to play a club back, knock out the ace of clubs, play for them to not miss defending, knock out the ace of clubs, and play for the king of hearts on side. That's probably the only legitimate chance to make it. As it was, I'd ducked the ace of clubs. If you look at the full hand, I ducked the ace of clubs, and so trick 3, once the queen of clubs is held, they played a diamond to the king. That lost to Cooper's 8. He clears the spades. I now don't need him to have such good hearts because I'm going to get in with my ace of clubs and cash spades now. So I thought I defended well, and I had. Like, ducking is no cost. If they knock out my ace of clubs, I just have to switch to hearts now. So, just from a technical point of view, they play for us to not have misdefended, and if we have, just grumble. Mini Pask. Hello YouTube, Mini Pask. We just lost that one by about 12 imps. I don't know what that's going to be like. 13-7 loss. It was close. Shadows everywhere. It was close. Cooper was a legend on this hand. This is I'm going to give you my hand here, and you have singleton, ace queen 4th, ace king 4th, ace jack 4th, and you might have some 9s or something, no 10s. You've got a good hand, and you open, after 2 passes, you open 1 diamond. That's your bid with this hand. So you open a diamond after 2 passes, and it goes 2 spades on your left, which is wide ranging. It's a weak bid, but obviously opposite a passed hand, it could be various things. And I think they're, can't remember the vulnerability. Yeah, they're vulnerable. So it's a vulnerable 2 spades. So it's preemptive but not stupid, you'd think. And over this, partner bids 3 diamonds. Now 3 diamonds is a weak raise to 3 diamonds. 2N would be a good raise. So partner's probably got some sort of like 6 to 9-ish sort of 4-card diamond support, something-ish like that. That sort of level. Because 1 diamond for us is natural. It's at least 4. So partners have got 4 diamonds and like competitive hand, but not a strong passed hand. And over this, the next hand bids 4 hearts. So this was announced to you as, I don't know, I think it's a splinter, is what we got on my side of the screen. Now, can this possibly be a splinter? I don't think so. That would give partner 4 hearts. And with 4 hearts and 4 diamonds, they would have probably doubled to show sort of 4-card heart support, and then just correct back to diamonds. So, and if partner's only got 3 hearts, and the hand on your left is 5-5 in the majors, so I don't think this is a splinter. So it's probably the king of hearts, but you're not sure. They're not sure, and you're not sure. So over this anyway, what I want to show is a good hand, and what I want to allow partner to do is double 4 spades if they've got spade values, or bid at the 5 diamonds if they want to compete to diamonds, and I want to show a good hand. So if I double this and then nothing happens, and then I bid 5 diamonds over 4 spades, I've surely shown a good hand here. So I double this, and the preemptor bids 4 spades. They know it's showing spade support anyway. And over 4 spades, partner bids 5 clubs. Ooh, what's going on here? And we're favourable, so maybe he's just offering a different place to play, and this goes past to me. Now he could have passed, and he hasn't bid 3 clubs over 2 spades. So what's he got for this? Well, he's got to have 4 diamonds. He can't not have 4 diamonds here. But how many clubs is he going to have? Well, I think a lot of the time he'll have 6. And so let's give him the minimum hand he could have. Let's say he's got queen to 4 diamonds and king to 6 clubs. How many tricks are we making? Well, we're making 4 diamond tricks, 6 club tricks, and the ace of hearts is 11. Can we make a 12th trick? Yes, we can take the heart finesse, which is possibly right on the bidding, or we can ruff a spade. Oh no, you can't, because in clubs, in clubs or diamonds, you might be able to ruff a spade. So I thought I would bid over this. I thought, I know we've got a 4-4 diamond fit and a longer club fit. If I ruff a spade in a 4-4 fit, it potentially generates an extra trick, or if I can ruff hearts in my partner's hand a couple of times in diamonds, it generates an extra trick. If spades are 1-1, for example, if partner is something like only 5 clubs and 2 hearts, or something like that, I might be able to take a heart finesse and ruff a heart or 2 in his hand. So anyway, over this, I just played partner for queen to 4 diamonds and king to 6 clubs and bid 6 diamonds. I think 6 clubs also makes. Both need the heart finesse because spades are 1-1 and there isn't a ruff. But in general, if you're looking for an extra trick, you want to be playing in your 4-4 fit instead of your 6-4 fit so that you can ruff
in either of the 4 forfeits, whereas if you're in a 6 forfeit, you have to be ruffing in my hand, and there's no guarantee you'll be able to ruff a spade. So this was a really good thing by Cooper. Cooper's bid on his 5 count twice, and we got to 6 diamonds. So well done, that man. There's obviously, you've seen the full hand for a few minutes now. So you did really well there. Obviously, I have to do well to raise to 6 of a minor, but once partner bids 5 clubs, it makes it very easy for me. I think my only choice now is not whether to bid 6 minor or not, is which one to bid. I think 6 diamonds might just have a more play opposite certain hands you can have than 6 clubs might have, but as long as he's got the queen of diamonds, I was pretty relieved. So you have the following hand. You have king to 3, ace, king, queen, 10 to 6, 2 low, queen 1, and you hear 1 club on your right, so you overcall 1 heart, and this goes 2 diamonds on your left, 3 spades from partner, pass. So you know partner has at least 5 decent spades and 4 card heart support. This is a fit jump, and partner has forced you to game in hearts or spades. So it goes past you. So your first decision on the hand, and there's more to come, is which suit do you want to be in? Well, I don't really have anything to protect on the lead. Partner's going to have like ace, queen, or ace, jack to 5 spades or 6 spades or something, and heart support. So I could be 4 hearts, but this allows potentially them to lead through partner's minor suit honours. I haven't really got anything I need to protect, and maybe I need to put the opening bidder on lead so that they can't lead a club. Maybe partner's got the ace of clubs or something. I need partner to have a control in the minors to make this. So I bid 4 spades. It also tells partner I've got spade support in case they want to compete later or something. And so I bid 4 spades, and this goes pass, and then the opening bidder bids 5 clubs. What do I do over that? Well, again, I'm looking at 2 low, queen 1 in the minors. I haven't really got enough controls in the minors to bid 5 of a major. I don't think I can do this. Potentially, partner knows. Partner's going to have the one with a shape. Partner's going to be the one with like 10 or 11 cards in the majors sometimes, and maybe partner can protect with 5 of a major. So I passed, and you know, I don't think it's a forcing pass situation here. And it goes 6 clubs. Pass. So partner hasn't bid 6 of a major here. Do you bid 6 of a major? Or do you pass and hope to beat it? So I've thought for quite a while here, and you're trying to count how many you're going to go off in 6 of a major. Well, it feels like they've got a club fit, so maybe partner's got a singleton club and maybe 2 diamonds. So maybe if partner's like 5-4-2-1 or 6-4-2-1, maybe that's a sensible shape for him. You're going to lose 2 diamonds and a club off the top, so you're going for at least 500. And if they've bid 6, they might have the ace of spades. There's no guarantee partner's got the ace of spades, I guess. They must have something for that bid. It's likely they've got the ace of spades, but no guarantees. So I'm going for 5 or 800, which is a cheap save against 6. But the problem is, when partner has got the ace of spades, we might have 2 cashes. There's no guarantee that they've got enough controls in the majors to not suffer 2 major suit tricks. So what I don't want to do is make a phantom sacrifice. If we're making 4 or 5 of a major and they're not making 6 clubs, I don't really want to sacrifice it. So I decided not, and now we need to beat it. What would you lead against 6 clubs? Based on partners made a fit jump in spades. We've bid and raised spades, and they still bid 6 clubs over that. It is 100% right to lead a spade. You need to cash 2 tricks to beat this, and you are not cashing 2 heart tricks. You are almost certainly the dummy's bidding 6 clubs on a diamond suit and club support, so you know the diamonds are probably going to come in for lots of tricks. If partner's got a diamond trick brill, it doesn't really matter what you lead, but you are not cashing 2 heart tricks, so you shouldn't lead a heart. You should lead a spade. I led a heart. That's probably my biggest mistake of the day. I played 32 boards. That is clearly an error. And what has gone through my head, I'm thinking of all these other things. I'm thinking about whether to bid 4 hearts or 4 spades, and I'm thinking about whether to bid 5 hearts or 5 spades, then 6 hearts or 6 spades or pass or double. Blah, blah, blah. I didn't even think about my lead, and I thought I led it pretty quickly, and it was pretty bad. So take your time. I had a lot to think about during the hand. I got everything right other than the final lead, I suppose. I should lead a spade. And if they've got a 4-1 spade fit and if we've only got one spade cashing trick, shrug, they've bid well, but they haven't. We are actually cashing 2 spade tricks and we were beating it. The worst thing is, even if I lead a, well, I say the worst thing is, at least if I lead a spade, we're still losing 11 imps because teammates are defending game. They didn't open the 1 club hand, and the other hand with 5-5 in the minors didn't bid unusual tuna trumps, which I agree with. So we were losing 11 imps on the board anyway, but we lost 19, and the match, we only lost the match by 13, so that's the majority of the match there. There was another board where we can get 800, we only got 500, so instead of winning 4, we lost 4. And I think that was Cooper's fault. So 1 mistake each has effectively lost us the match. Both of those mistakes were 8 imp mistakes, and we only lost by 13, so we know we can compete at this level. We are going back in, we're playing the whole day today. Teammates from yesterday are a bit on the tired side after playing 4 matches, 4-handed yesterday. So Cooper and I are playing throughout today, which is not too much of a problem for me. I don't mind playing 3 matches throughout. Playing 4 matches throughout can be a bit tiring. But afterwards we might even join up with teammates, have a drink, talk about some hands, and at least we're still in good spirits. We lost that quite heavily. We played Derek Patterson and Phil King, and every time I play them in this event, they trounce us. Our teammates bid some slams that they didn't make. They were in game at our table. They bid some slams that they did make. Our teammates are in game at the table, and they're not necessarily 50-50 slams, but they're the ones you choose to bid make, and if you're in a good run and stuff like that. So we're 1 win out of 7, not the best. I mean, we're dead last in the league. I don't know where we're at. Yeah, we lost like very heavily. Might be the biggest loss we've had, I think. And it was categorised by, now Cooper disagrees, and I haven't looked at the hand records yet. It was categorised by some defensive slips. I think we've let through 3 contracts, and we don't normally. Defence is usually the stronger part of our game. We've let through 2 games in a part score. Good news is both games were flattened by teammates, so well done teammates. The part score, we can lose 2 imps instead of 5. So our boards weren't too costly, I guess, and teammates obviously the wrong side of some slam decisions. I'm going to leave you with this defence. This is your hand. You had, I can't remember the exact hand, but you've got something like 10-9 of spades, ace queen to 6 hearts, 2 low diamonds, and queen jack x of clubs, something like that. That's your hand there. And partner passes, and they open 4 clubs on your right. Pass. So you're on lead to 4 clubs. What do you lead? I think 10 of spades is fine lead. You don't really, I mean, you could lead the ace of hearts. It's unlikely that the person who's opened 4 clubs has got king x of hearts. I think the ace of hearts lead might be fine as well, but we led the 10 of hearts at the table, and 10 of spades at the table, and dummy goes down with what you can see. Oh, that is a distributional dummy, and that is a dummy that does not want to hear your partner open 4 clubs. So at trick 1, they go up with the ace of spades, and partner encourages with the 7 or something. And at trick 2, they play the king of hearts off dummy. It goes 10 from partner, small, you win with the ace. So it looks like Declarer has a singleton heart and is trying to get back to their hand. It means you've missed your 10-card heart fit. Well, there's not much you can do about that. So how are we going to beat this? Well, we've got a club trick to come. Okay, so there's 1 club trick. We've made 1 heart trick. It looks like partner's got the king of spades. So what we could do is play a spade to the king, and then maybe partner plays a 3rd spade, and you get to rough. The problem with that is you're roughing with a natural trump trick, so what you actually have to do is play for partner to have the king of diamonds as well, which is very possible. I think if Declarer had what looks like ace king to 8 clubs, they're not going to have much else. Maybe partner's got king and queen of spades. The problem is when you play a 2nd spade and partner plays the king and Declarer plays the queen, now partner's stuff, they can't attack diamonds, and the jack of spades is a discard for Declarer's losing diamond. So if you look at the full hand there, I think you just need to be a bit awake, I think. Work out Declarer can't have the king of diamonds. If partner's got king, queen of spades, it doesn't really matter what you do, but when partner's got only 1 of them, it does. And so we let this through. Sadly, teammates were in 6 clubs, I think. There was a a difference of opinion in the bidding, I think. One of them up in one club and then bids lots of clubs, and the hand with the void goes, I haven't shown my spades yet, and they get a bit too high. So we were going to lose on the board anyway, but beating it means we only lose in some under tricks rather than an actual part score swing. So that's it from me today. There's the team, they're chatting, having some fancy wine, or maybe just some wine. We're going to go and meet Hugo and Liam. Hugo's house, just maybe have a drink before we head off back to our place, and then we'll be ready and fresh, and we'll be more prepared for the Premier League weekend 2 and weekend 3, where we're going to win more matches than we have today. Oh, we've won one today. This weekend we've only won one, so it's a tough event. It really is tough, and Cooper and I have played throughout today, so I'm going to have a little nap on the train home. So anyway, I've been Steve. I'll see you soon.